Hello my fellow book addicts, Megan here, and time for another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about Two Dark Reigns by Kendare, and this is book 3 in the Three Dark Crowns series. God, that was all tripping me up far more than it should have. So, I'm going to start off with Catherine here. She is queen, crowned. She is ruling, and unfortunately for her, things aren't going as smoothly as she planned. There are people questioning her rule because Arsenal and Mirabella are not confirmed to be dead or alive yet. So, is she really deserving of being queen crowned? People are questioning that. The dead queens from the past are still raging through her bloodstream, bones, body. So she still has them to contend with. And bodies start washing up on shore, unexplained. So she has her hands full trying to deal with all that. Jules has returned to the island and has been living with a war-gifted girl named Emilia. And according to Emilia, there is a rebel army in the making. They want to kick Catherine off the throne and they want Jules to lead them. So poor Jules, on top of being alienated from everyone because of her Legion curse, trying to learn how to use the war gift, as well as having just lost Joseph and, in a way, Arsenault as well to the mainland. So she has her hands full with quite a bit as well. Then poor Arsenault and Mirabella are trying to settle in on the mainland, enjoying this freedom that they've had. They managed to escape Fenburn with their lives intact and are trying to move on and live. But unfortunately, Arsenault has been having dreams and visions of the legendary Blue Queen of the past, who, from their understanding, believe she wants them to return to Fenburn for reasons unknown. So, their freedom may not be lasting as long as they believe. Holy crap, I was not ready for this. I really was not. Quite a bit happened. Things got really real in this. I'm still, in a way, processing things. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to risk spoilers. The only reason I even said as much as I did is because it's all kind of on the flap here, so I don't feel it's too much of a spoiler. But yeah, this was a good addition to the series. It was entertaining. I was kept on edge. I kept on wanting to flip to the next page to find out what happens. And after reading the end, I need to get my hands on the next book. Thank goodness it comes out later in the year, so I do not have to wait too long for it. As much as I hate trying to dodge spoilers online for books when I put off reading them, it makes it almost worth it when I realize, cool, I don't have to wait a year or longer to find out what happens next. So, yeah, good addition to the series. If you have gotten up to book 2 so far, highly suggest you continue on. I'm afraid anything else I say at this point would be a spoiler, so without further ado, I'm going to go into a spoiler a bit. So if you have not read this book yet, I highly suggest you click away now and come back after you do so. Alright, spoiler time, and I do not know where to start. So, I guess I might start with Catherine. I felt almost sorry for her in this book. Like, I still honestly wouldn't feel too sad if she gets killed off in the last book, but I felt a little more sorry for her. Like Mirabella and Arsenault, she didn't ask to be thrust into the role of being queen. She didn't ask to be in this horrible situation where she has to kill off her sisters. To, choose between killing and being killed. Doesn't mean I like her and the choices she's made, but yeah, I felt pity for her. Like, I don't think she deserved to have all the crap that was thrown her way. having the people like not trust her and not be with her and even trying to attack her during like the whole issue with the mist. And I do like how we find a little more about the queens that are coursing through her body. I find it interesting that she gets some power from their gifts. Like, she's drawn to like wildlife a little more. She's able to like calm Sweetheart a little bit. I found that really interesting that she's getting like bits and pieces of their gifts, their cravings, their urges. And I also felt a little bad for her at the end. Like, I don't know if I misread things or not, but from my understanding and how I read it, it seems like the queens have taken over her. And as much as I dislike her, I don't feel she deserved that either. So I'm curious to see like how things play out for her in the last book. Whether she still has some control over her body and the queens just kind of temporarily possessed her, or if they're gonna be like duking it out for control over her body or what. I'm interested to see how that goes. Also felt bad for Jules being thrown in the middle of this rebellion that she didn't want part in. I did feel bad her watching her mother murdered by Catherine's hand, or one of the queens possessing Catherine's hand, if you want to get technical. And in the process, her Legion curse, her war gift being released in full force, and causing this huge lapse in sanity for her. She definitely did not deserve that, and I'm just like, oh my god, I hope Jules makes it out okay. Even if she's not well enough to serve as queen, I hope she ends up okay. Arsinoe, poor Arsinoe, with what she's learned. She's seeing this dead, long dead queen trying to like get in touch with her and tell her something. And all while getting these weird visions from this girl, Daphne. And I gotta say, I like the twist of it being Daphne who was the Blue Queen instead of who everyone thought. So that I found super interesting. And her having to sacrifice her sister to make the mist. Felt for her there. Oh god, it's been a few days since I finished the book, so I am totally blanking out on if they've actually said why the mist is rising up and killing people. Is the true Blue Queen, whose name I cannot pronounce, the one who was killed to make the mist, Daphne's sister, is she still like conscious? Is she like sentient enough to rise up after like 400 years? And if so, why? Is it because more than one of the triplets is still alive after a queen is crowned? A situation that probably hasn't happened since she was alive. So is that why she might be rising up? Is it just a fluke? I am curious. I need to know, and I hope we find out in the last book. And also, I totally did not think that there could be more than one gift per set of triplets. Like, are 2 elementals being born per generation normal? Or 2 poisoners? Or 2 whatever? So I guess, is that a normal thing? Or is it just a happenstance because this was a group of quadruplets instead of triplets? I mean, I guess it's possible since Catherine and Arsinoe are poisoners, unless Catherine is actually giftless and her mom lied saying she's a poisoner. That's one thing I'm still kind of unclear about. Is Catherine giftless, or is she just a super weak poisoner? Or is... I'm sure if she was a naturalist she would have some sign by now, or at least she would have. I don't know. It's not the most important bit of information, but that's just more my curiosity. And yeah, going back to Arsinoe, I felt bad for her finding out the truth behind the mist and what she supposedly must do to Mirabella. That was just... that raised the stakes so much. I hope that's not how it has to go, because that would be horrible and sad. Her having to kill Mirabella after they thought they were free from having to do that. And Mirabella being dragged back to the island and all. I don't feel as bad for Mirabella as everybody else. I just realized I feel bad for pretty much everyone in this book. I am so curious as to what Mirabella is planning to do. Whether she is genuinely betraying Arsenault to side with Catherine, or if she's lying and she's just trying to get close enough to Catherine to kill her. I mean, Mirabella doesn't seem too happy with the whole rebellion thing. She seems very skeptical and unsure about it all. So I guess it would make sense for her to turn to Catherine, especially after Catherine offered her immunity, so to speak. Like, I won't kill you if you side with me, as long as you don't try and take the crown from me. So is she actually siding with Catherine? Or, like I said, is she trying to just gain Catherine's trust to kill her? Like, part of me is really hoping that's the case, but I genuinely am not sure. I do think it could go either way. And I'm sure, if she finds out Arsenault would have to sacrifice her to save everyone from the mist, that would probably drive Catherine a bit more, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. And I both love the fact that I can't even begin to guess, as well as I hate it. Actually, I do know there's one character I don't feel too sorry for, and that is Peter. Just, the whole issue with Catherine would have been solved if he never pushed her into that damn hole in the ground. I get why he did it. I can understand. But it's like, is that really how I had to go? Just, it's your fault she's possessed by these queens, damn it. So if he ended up having died from that kiss at the end, I'm not gonna feel too sorry for him. Dude had it coming. A little heartless, maybe, but his fault. So yeah, I don't think there is too much else that I wanted to talk about. Nothing I can remember, at least, so I'm gonna stop myself here. For anyone still watching, what did you think? Did you think this book was a good addition? Did you think it was meh? Did you not like it? Were there parts that you loved? Were there parts that you hated? Let me know. Let's get a discussion going. So yeah, that's it for this book review, and I hope to see you guys next time.